CNP featured research. This is your Diet Mental Health Break number 48, brought to you by the Center for Nutritional Psychology. 2 minutes to learn and be good to yourself. Can eating more dietary fiber reduce the likelihood of thinking about suicide? Let's find out. Editor's note: this article presents the results of a scientific study published in a scientific journal. It should not be considered as a replacement to medical advice and treatment. The presented results are correlational in nature, and they should not be interpreted as cause and consequence relations. It is possible that intentionally eating more dietary fiber would not affect suicide risk. The desire to survive and preserve one's own life is one of the most powerful instincts every individual has. It is deeply rooted in both biological and psychological processes developing in our body. In spite of this, more than 700,000 people worldwide intentionally end their own life every year. They commit suicide. Many do it due to overwhelming emotional pain, feelings of hopelessness, or because they believe that their situation cannot improve. In individuals who attempt suicide, these feelings become so strong that they overwhelm the self-preservation instinct. Study author Huaying Huang and her colleagues noted that dietary interventions have shown great potential for preventing and treating affective disorders. This includes regulation of dietary fiber intake. A recent meta-analysis showed that an increase of 1 gram in dietary fiber intake per day reduces the risk of depression by 24%. These authors hypothesized that dietary fiber intake might also be associated with suicidal ideation, with thinking about suicide. To explore this, they analyzed data from the National Health and Nutrition Examinations Survey. The National Health and Nutrition Examinations Survey is a complex study program aiming to evaluate the health and nutritional condition of non-institutionalized United States residents. It recruits a nationally representative sample of 5,000 individuals each year. This analysis used data from 21,865 participants about dietary fiber intake, obtained through 2 dietary interviews, and a depression assessment that also asked participants whether they think about suicide. Results showed that with every additional gram of dietary fiber intake per 1,000 kilocalories of food, the risk of suicidal ideation dropped by 5%. However, this association was only present in individuals whose dietary fiber intake was below average. The link between fiber intake and suicidal ideation was not present among those with above-average intake of fiber. While the cause of this association remains unknown, these findings open a possibility that risk of suicide in the general population could potentially be reduced through dietary interventions and policies. Our thanks to Huaying Huang and her colleagues for conducting this informative analysis. This Diet Mental Health Break is brought to you by the Center for Nutritional Psychology, CNP.